So how mad will you be if I hit a cone?
Oh, you know. Hello.
That one.
Yep, my car. Oh, lordy, that's cone number 2. When we last left off with my 2012 McLaren MP4-12C, it was the cheapest McLaren in the USA. I bought it because it has a fantastic extended bumper-to-bumper warranty. I left it in Atlanta, Georgia to have one thing fixed. The reverse lights were out. They didn't work at all, and it made it really hard to park at night. The reverse camera wasn't helpful at all. I also didn't want to drive it back from Atlanta to Kansas. I had an epic road trip. I was gone for a week, and I was just ready to get home. So the free parking at McLaren Atlanta was a nice thing too. So imagine my surprise when my bumper-to-bumper warranty fails me without my knowledge, and I am presented with a bill. I was expecting a phone call saying my repairs were completed, but no, there was a balance owed. I owed the money, $41.20. Oh, the humanity, $41.20. Oh, my knees. All right, obviously I'm being a little dramatic because my first trip to the McLaren dealer since having the transmission replaced was really painless. Now, I've had this issue ever since I got the car back from McLaren, New Jersey, where they did the transmission swap. When I first inspected the car, the whole rear area was taken apart because they were about to take out the transmission. So that little drive, that one block drive, didn't have the backup camera installed or the reverse light. When they put it back on, the lights weren't working. I suspected some wiring was loose or something simple like that, but no, actually the reverse lights had failed. It was an LED cluster, and I'm told that this repair would have been over $1,000 if I didn't have my bumper-to-bumper warranty. So my $4,000 a year warranty has already been 1/4 paid up if you're not counting the $30,000 transmission replacement. So I'm well on my way. But still, that $41.20 was a surprise, an unpleasant surprise, especially since I was told that there weren't any charges. I actually got a phone call from their accounts people. The main service advisor was on vacation, so saying that I had a balance owed of $41.20 because they needed to replace some stripped bolts for the underbody panel that they had to remove to replace the reverse light. Now, these stripped bolts on the underbody panels that cost $41.20 were probably stripped during the transmission replacement as well, but for some reason they weren't covered. I had to pay $41.20. I probably could have gotten this charge taken off since the service advisor did tell me that there weren't any charges, but then was on vacation. But the transporters were coming to get my McLaren. I really wanted it to get back, so I wanted them to release it, to let the car go to my transporters, so I just paid the bill. That's $41, okay. So one more time, that $41.20 was a bit of a surprise, but no big deal. Although there was no surprise on the other warranty claim I tried to make that was immediately turned down. Now, McLaren's bumper-to-bumper warranty is fantastic, and it covers all mechanical issues that fail, pretty much bumper to bumper. But what it doesn't cover is the body corrosion, that kind of stuff. The warranty on the body was only 5 years, and this is a 2012, so it's long expired. Still, the service advisor thought it was worth a try for me to make a claim because I found some rust on my McLaren that was $300,000 new. It has 30,000 miles on it, and I paid over $100,000 for it, and it has rust. I missed this on my first inspection, but when you open the hood or the bonnet, underneath here is bubbling rust all around the frame of the hood. It's like water has gotten inside somehow, and there's little drains here for the water to go out, but it sits right along the seal and it's bubbling. And eventually, I suspect it'll make its way to the other side of the hood, even though it's really clean right now. It's working its way through the paint pretty fast. Now, the McLaren's, of course, is a carbon fiber chassis, and all the other panels are some kind of composite, some kind of plastic or whatever. But this hood is the only piece that is metal that I know of, and it's rusting. It's bubbling all over here, and McLaren ain't gonna fix it. Like I said, only 5 years on the body corrosion warranty from McLaren, so I'm out of luck. And now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. I'm gonna have to fix it eventually, especially if I ever want to sell it. Nobody's gonna buy a McLaren with rust, but thankfully it's just a hood. It's a bolt-on piece, and I can find used ones. They're readily available, but they are $2,000 for just a hood. If I want to do carbon fiber, it's like $12,000. Yikes. But I'm not going to do it yet because I want to enjoy this car. So far, I've owned it for about 130 days, and 70-something of those days has been at a McLaren dealer getting fixed or in transit from a McLaren dealer getting fixed. So like 60% of the time that I've owned this McLaren, it's been getting fixed or going to a place to get fixed. I need to start enjoying this car, but also keep in mind the McLaren will void the warranty if you take it on the track, if you experience this car where it would be in its natural element, so I can't do that. Puttering around town is pretty fun, and it is a very comfortable highway car, so I enjoy using it. I put over 1,000 miles on it in the last week just cruising around Kansas, visiting friends in other places, but I can never experience this car in a performance setting, except I've decided in an autocross. Now, an autocross, for those who aren't familiar, you take a wide open space, a parking lot, a runway or something, set up cones, and drive your car in this course that you've set up out of cone. It's a very technical, very driver-focused type of racing, and as far as the car goes, there's not a lot of stress on it. You're driving for maybe a minute on this course. You're not going very fast. You might touch 100 for a second or two, but really you're not going fast. It's just a very technical, a lot of turns, a lot of twists, and it's just showing off driver skill and how well you can set up a car. Unfortunately, my tires are kind of old, not the greatest, and I am far from the greatest driver, so I got beat by a Honda Civic. Take a look. All right, I'm here at the Autocross, and I don't think I'm going to be voiding my warranty by driving around cones in a big open space. It's technically not a track, right? Well, kind of.
It's a runway.
It's a runway. I'm not voiding my warranty. McLaren, please let me do this at least. If you void my warranty here, then it's going to be really sad. But this is Jacob. I called him Justin once, and now Jackson, whatever. It's Jacob, right?
Yes.
Jacob. And Jacob organizes all of this, and he's going to ride along with me on this first run. I only have one car in front of me, and it is a Honda Civic Sport, so that'll be my competition. Should be pretty easy for me, right?
Yeah, it should. It's just a Civic.
So Jacob, you want to plug this, the SCCA Wichita?
Yeah, so this is Wichita Region SCCA. We do a lot of car-related events around Wichita, but autocross is our most popular sport. You can find out lots about us on facebook.com/wichitaregion.scca. We have, I think, 12 events this year, so plenty of time to come out and see if you can beat Tyler's time at an autocross.
Right, and that Civic just went, and what was its time?
I think about a 52.5 second.
52.5. Okay, that's the time to beat. Let's get out there. Where am I going now?
Left.
I got lost.
Definitely has power.
Set up.
You're good. Left through the bow tie and then left into the slalom. Nope, that's the wrong way, but it'll work.
Ran over it.
Yep, you hit a cone. That's good. You lost to a Civic.
What was the time?
54 seconds.
By 2 seconds to a Civic?
So how mad will you be if I hit a cone?
Oh, you know. Go for it. Give it all you got. Hello.
Flip that one.
Turn, you car.
I'm way more impressed at what you were doing now that I'm driving it. You have like no front end grip.
Yeah, I was oversteering it. You're understeering it. Woo.
Come on.
Yep, bike car. Oh, lordy, that's cone number 2. Well, 50.1. What the heck? Wow.
Now I was saying I thought it had a 51 in it. I did hit some cones, so it's a
You
little...
did. Oh, man.
Wow. Did not feel that fast.
So in the hands of a capable driver, cone damage aside, which that'll buff out, I'm not too worried about it, this car is very capable, very nimble in an autocross, which is pretty cool because a lot of supercars don't do well there because they're heavy and they're too fast, so they can't get traction. That's why a Miata could beat a McLaren in an autocross setting. But this one held its own. I'm very happy with how it performed. So I'll probably be back again, maybe with some new rubber, but I'm also really happy that it didn't break. I got to experience a little bit of what this McLaren is capable of and didn't have any bad consequences. So hopefully McLovin, which is what I've named my McLaren, cringe alert, I know, gives me a little bit of a honeymoon, but then again, I do want to use up that $4,000 warranty and then some. But every time I need to fix something, I have to ship it off somewhere, and then I don't have the car for a while. So I'm kind of conflicted. Just like how I'm kind of conflicted about this step monstrosity that I did over here. So I guess we'll end the video with a quick house update. I'm just a little scared right now because it looks pretty bad. I know it'll look better when the steps are in the landscaping, but holy moly, this has taken a long time. And I just want to get into this house. It's holding up the garage progress too because they can't pour concrete while these guys are around here working, making a mess. So I'm stuck. I can't move in until this is done. And for those who haven't been following, originally this house just had a really steep staircase that wasn't safe and it didn't look right. When the original owners built this house, they didn't realize how high the front inches would be and then put in this giant staircase as an afterthought. We decided to do levels with landscaping. There'll be bushes and things, and this will be lighted. There'll be some lighting here to make it look a little more intentional, a little more normal, and match the architecture of the house. But now I'm looking at this and thinking, what have I gotten myself into? Hopefully it's done in the next week or two, and then we can move in. My garage, there hasn't been much progress since the last update, but there is one cool thing that we can check out. So look at this beautiful garage door that they've installed. It's got translucent glass, so I get a lot more lighting into the garage where I do plan on filming quite a bit. It also matches the outside of the house architecturally a lot better than the standard garage doors. Super cool. Also notice how they raised the rails up to go high, which they didn't do originally. I don't understand why you've got this great vaulted ceiling in a garage and then you waste it. Progress is slow and the mess is big, and we're supposed to be moving in 2 weeks, and that just doesn't seem possible right now. I'm pretty bummed. Oh, just a little garage addition, fix the steps, no big deal. And now here we are about 3 months since purchase. I'm still not in the house and it's a big mess. Oh well. Also, I gave up my pickup truck. I traded it in early, and now when I'm supposed to move, I won't have my new pickup truck yet. So I didn't really think that one through, but you all know I'm not much of a thinker. Thank you for watching. It'll be great when it's done.